Well, hello! Welcome back! I'm Innocent, and today we are going to be playing Those Without Names. Now, I'm going to apologize first and foremost. Start of the month, I got sick. I have an ear infection. If I'm not as lively, or if I sound weird, that's why. My jaw is swollen, and it hurts to, talk. So, what better thing to do than to play some video games that require me to talk? Let's go. How pretty. The first thing I saw was Earth. It wasn't the small 2D picture they always show you in the textbooks or TV. It was huge and looming in the sky over me, and I immediately felt like I was falling into it. My body braced into the dirt that supported my back, and I struggled to get my breathing under control. A planet I'd never once seen with my own eyes filled the whole sky, so beautiful and terrifying and alive all at once. Huh. This is a dream. My body shivered with nerves as I looked into the vast marble surface of the earth and closed my eyes. Okay. Now what? Oh, there's a bed. That's very disorienting. Anyway, when I next opened my eyes, I wasn't in the field anymore. The sterile, wide room was almost purely white, and there was nothing more than a bed. I lay in the center of the room. I lay on in the center of the room. At first glance, the room seemed impersonal and cold, but the spaciousness and lack of clutter filled me with a sense of calm. I stared up at the white ceiling, recalling the beautiful swirl of colors on the earth's face. Hello? Oh, hi. A gentle, feminine voice brought me out of my thoughts. I craned my neck to see a woman standing at the door. She looked to be in her 40s, and her serene face was slightly plump and traced with light lines. Huh? When did she get there? I didn't hear her come in. My stomach twisted and my mind locked up immediately as I tried to think of something to say. The woman smiled, the edges of her eyes crinkling into shapes of crow's feet. Her eyes bothered me somehow. They were dark and unfocused, even as she was looking at me. Still, the warm smile on her face softened her eyes, and I pushed away my uneasiness. How are you feeling? She supplied a topic, and I swallowed. Fine. I didn't really feel anything. I felt that floating, disembodied feeling in dreams, like as if my body wasn't here. I didn't feel grounded. I wasn't... Thank you for kicking in air conditioning. I wasn't solid here. Not in this place. Even with my ambiguous and safe answer, the woman seemed to know. She tilted her... That was quick. She tilted her head and continued. What's your number? Excuse me? Your number. Everyone here has one. From the way she was talking, it didn't seem like she was asking for my phone number. Almost without thinking, I replied, It's 5132518. The sequence of numbers... I don't know what happened with my tongue there, but it happened. The sequence of numbers surprised me. They held no meaning as far as I can tell, and I had no idea how or when I memorized them. Is it an ID? It's not the same as my student ID. I don't even recognize this number, so why do I know it? The woman laughed, but it didn't sound unkind. Just the last digit? 8 it is? So you're 8. What? No, As I tried to protest and offer my name, my mind drew a blank. The only thing that I surfaced in my mind was the sequence of numbers, clear and sharp. I'm 5132518. I finished lamely. The stream was already going off to a bad start. The woman smiled. You don't like the number 8? No, no, you can call me 8. My number should be easy for you to remember. Mine is 7. I'm sorry, but the only 7 I trust is the one with red hair who wants to only drink PhD Dr. Pepper. If you know what I mean. I'm just kidding. I'm deep into Mystic Messenger hell. I'm sorry. Right before yours. She continued to talk, but all I was concerned about was fishing my mind for my name. It's impossible. I can't remember it. Strange. I've never forgotten my name before in a dream. It's just not my name either. I don't remember anything else but that number. It's like my mind's too foggy to think. Let's go. I'm sure you don't want to stay in here forever. Well, you're darn tootin'. I don't like white rooms. 7 continued to talk as we walked into the hallway. You remind me of someone else here. Would you like to meet him? Huh? The nervous knot in my stomach tightened up. I squeezed my fingers together, trying to relax. I don't like meeting people I don't know. Sorry. You may have to. That's the only way you can leave this place. What? What do you mean leave? You don't want to stay here forever, right? The only way you can leave is... Sis? A voice called behind us, and I turned around. Is it you? Isn't it? He stopped and furrowed his brow, as if trying to remember something. I knew who he was that moment I saw his face. Of course I did. It was unmistakably, undeniably my brother. The nervous knot in my stomach vanished immediately, and my body relaxed. Unable to stop a big smile pulling across my face, I rushed up and gave him a big hug. For reasons I didn't understand, there were tears of relief trickling in my eyes. It felt as though I hadn't seen him in a while. You're here! Hey, it's good to see you too. He gave me a slightly startled hug back and frowned again. I can't seem to remember your name. What? How could you? I stopped immediately. No name floated up in my mind. I tensed and searched my brain, but it was useless. Well, we're equal then. I can't seem to remember yours either. That wasn't what you were about to say. He smiled, but I could hear the hidden anxiety in his words. 7 spoke up lightly. Good. So you and 8 know each other. Thought as much when I saw 8's face. You two look quite similar, after all. That's quite fortunate. It's uncommon for anyone to meet their loved ones here, especially in the same time. Her words fell off, but I couldn't place a finger on it. As I mulled over it, my brother spoke up. Where is here? There are many names for this place. You can call it anything you like. She smiled and tilted her head to the side. We won't be getting a clear answer from her. Why can't I remember my name or my sister's name? His voice had an edge to it. He never did like an open-ended answer. No one here does, Zero. Is that your number? I whispered to him, but instead of answering, he pulled his lips into a thin line. For a dream of mine, my brother was acting just like himself. Despite the tension in the air, I couldn't help but feel impressed at the level of detail. When you remember your name, you will awaken and leave this place. Whoop. Sorry about that. She pressed a hand to her eyes, rubbing gently as she smiled at us. Wait. Please don't go under. How do we remember our names? By allowing yourself to remember. The one that's hiding your name is you. Just like that, she disappeared. Her colors bled into the air. Like wisps of smoke, she faded. Even if this was a dream, it was a little unnerving to see her disappear in front of us. Don't go under? I echoed my brother's earlier plea, and he frowned. They do that here. When a memory seizes you, you disappear, like how she just did. When it's through, you wake up here again. Just not the same place, usually. It happened suddenly, too, so you can imagine how hard it is to hold a proper conversation with anyone here. He threw one last glare over at the space where 7-1 stood and turned around. Let's go. I don't feel like hanging around here anymore. I followed him as he walked down the long, empty hallway. And you know what? This is where I'm gonna end my episode. This seems really interesting. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I like it. The title now makes sense. A lot more sense in the beginning. And the art style is really cute. I'm a sucker for art styles. Well, with that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful week. And I hope to see you all soon. Bye-bye!